Hello everyone, welcome back to another video, and today I'll be solving two puzzles. So currently my puzzle rating is 2800 on chess.com, and my actual rating, like rapid rating, isn't actually this high, but sometimes one's puzzle rating can be significantly higher than their actual game rating. So this is pretty much the case of myself. And previously, I think I've actually hit 2900 puzzles, but I fell down because I don't really spend too much time on a puzzle, and sometimes I rush through them, so I mess up. And I hope this series can help me change this behavior so that I actually put some effort into puzzles. But right now we get a position that looks like this. Now the first move that comes to mind is queen to f7 check. It forces the king to d8. Alright, so queen here, and I don't see like a really good continuation, but I may have mistaken. Like if we somehow could long castle and bring the rook over, that would be pretty good. But I'm actually wondering if there's like a sacrifice involved with like something like this. And the queen sort of has to take, and when it does, we bring the rook over. So this doesn't look like that bad of an idea actually. So queen here, the king is forced to d8, and we go bishop g5 check, and there's no way for black to block, since if he goes here, then I just take with a queen, and that'll be mate. And if he goes back with the knight, then I just take his queen actually. So yeah, he cannot block this check. And finally, if he takes with the pawn, then once again rook over. So I'm gonna go with this bishop. Okay, this is all correct. And finally, rook here. Rook takes, and now we still sort of do have to be careful, but let's just take. Okay, so we got 5 rating points from this puzzle. It wasn't the world's most difficult puzzle, but we'll get one more. And material-wise, white is down a pawn. White has some good attacking possibilities here. I'm just seeing if this works. So here, let's just say that the rook does not take. So we go check. If the rook doesn't take, then he probably just gets mated. Like if he goes there, it's probably just this. So if he pretty much has to take if we go here. So let's say that he takes, and we actually don't have a good continuation. So I think that might not be the line. I'm just seeing if there's like any good. If taking the knight, if he takes back, do we have this? Like he goes there. There. Now this puzzle might, I guess, sort of be a hard one, but nonetheless, we're still gonna do it. And if we fail, then I guess it doesn't really matter too much, but I feel like it's like some attacking move. I don't think it's this, since if he takes, there really doesn't appear to be something good. Like I wonder if we can like force a perpetual check. Or maybe that might not be it, but certainly doesn't seem to be this move either, since I actually wonder if it's taken with the bishop. That'll be sort of interesting. If he goes there, then probably just queen takes. Like this. This does seem like the most forcing line to take capture back and go back, block here. Alright. I am sort of getting lost in the lines here, but bear with me. Maybe here. Sacrifice ideas on g6. Like, it is sort of interesting, like, this idea, because he can't take with a pawn. Okay, so this is, I think, the candidate move for right now. And if he goes there, then once again, just take. I just want to see if he has like any defensive moves. Let's say he goes back with the knight. Well, I guess if he does that, then we just take the knight, since, or maybe not. I just realized this whole time my queen was under attack. I'm gonna be honest, but I did not see that my queen was under attack. So, like I said before, sometimes this happens where like I'm calculating all these different lines and I don't even see that my the most powerful piece is under attack. So bear with me here. I'll change this. If I take and he takes back, queen here, perhaps. And if he moves over, then this puzzle is like kind of hard, so there might actually be a chance I don't solve it. I can't solve everything, so there's a saying that one man cannot solve all his problems. There isn't a saying like that, but I just made it up because I'm still wondering if this line works. Like, he cannot move his queen, so he has to take back. But then I go here, he goes there. Although this also seems like the most forcing line, since he pretty much has to take the bishop. Like, if he doesn't, then he's just gonna be down in exchange. Let's say he takes back. I am wondering though, what if I just take the pawn, like here? Like, his pieces seem like they're really inactive. Like, if I take and maybe first I even play this. If he goes there, then although this is an interesting line. Like, if I go here, he goes to h7, let's say, and I go to f6. Although maybe not, it's just a repetition of moves. If I take, he takes, I take here. I am threatening this pawn, which he probably has to defend somehow, but bishop takes c4 doesn't seem like that good of a move. For the life of me, I cannot spot any tactics. I feel like we just have to go for the positional play of it, this position, but doesn't really seem to be any good, like absurd looking sacrifices or anything, so. And obviously this move will just be met with this, and we're sort of dead, so I'll just take. Okay, so this isn't the correct solution. Show solution. Oh damn, that is a good move. I did not see that through, but I guess that's just the way it is. So here's a new position. And it appears as though we're down in material. So that might be something to keep a heads up on. This move seems decent. I'm actually. Oh wait, so I go here, threatening mate on h7. If he blocks, then I will take the bishop, and this rook is like trapped. So let's say I go here, he goes there. I take, he goes to the corner. And you know what, enough calculating, let's just go with this. Obviously you take with check first. And I can actually attack the queen, although, like if I go here, I think at the end of all of this I'm going to be up in exchange, so I'm just checking if there's any other good moves. Doesn't seem to be. Although if I go here, he goes there. Then I take. Okay, I'm just going to take the rook, take the knight, and we got some points back. And here we have an endgame now. Endgames, believe it or not, are the hardest to calculate because there are often like many lines. So obviously the move that I'm thinking first is king takes a4. So this move, maybe black will advance their king. I go here, he goes there. I go back. He goes here. Take. Okay, let's run this line all over again because I think I sort of messed up. If I go to b4, king d5, king b5, king back. Doesn't appear as if there's like a way to win this position. If I go here, then just maybe even just take. Like, I want to look at all the, I guess, legal moves of black and decide which one's the best. Obviously, it is like 90%. It is not the king going back to b6 or a6. So it probably one of these moves. And c4 doesn't seem that good either, since he can just capture this pawn. And if I take, then he just takes here, and it honestly doesn't seem that good. So if I go here, okay, take here. Although this is interesting. So I go here, he takes my pawn, I take his, and I am threatening to promote like 2 different pawns, so I guess he has to go to c3. And I can probably just push one of them, or I guess take this pawn since my king would be in check. Let's just run this whole line all over again. So I go here. I take this pawn. He has to stop both of these pawns, so he goes back with check. And then I grab this pawn, and if he goes here, then I just advance. He takes, I go here, and it's unstoppable. So, but what if he takes my c4 pawn? I'm wondering if I can advance once again. If he goes there, then I just take. Say he push. I push. He takes here, 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 here. So I promote faster. And if he does nothing about this threat, then I'll just take this pawn. So it'll be the same. I got it correct. And let me just make sure it is this move. So I am threatening to promote. If he goes back, I can push probably just any one of these pawns. So here I go, if he does bishop c3, I take a4. If he goes here, here, take here, so once again, same line. So I guess I'll go up. Let me just make sure it is d2, which is the obvious move. So, although there is this, so I'm wondering if I go here, I take, if he go, well, he can actually take since I have that, so let's just go there. Okay, that was a good one. So we got that right. It was a 2500 rated puzzle. Pass rate is only 38, so I think we did fairly well on this. Now let's look at this puzzle. We are gaining our rating back. We got, I think, 1 wrong this whole run. So let's look at this. This puzzle looks like it is fairly difficult. I'm wondering if there's like some cheeky sacrifice. Doesn't seem to be. We are sort of down in exchange, like 2 knights. I mean, 2 minor pieces. In this case, 2 knights are 9 out of 10 times better than a rook. So we do have to be careful here. If we push rook back and I actually don't see like a really good solution. Like there doesn't seem to be a really good answer to this puzzle, so still looking for a solution. If I like desperately cannot find one, I might actually just chicken out, because sometimes you just have to admit defeat. Like, I'm wondering if this is a good move or not. I obviously can also take. This is just a silly move. And here, let's just say he makes a random ass move like this. Then I go here, here, here. If he blocks, then I actually have some interesting ideas. I don't know if I should click on hint. I am a bit tempted to, so let's just take one more look at this. I shouldn't have gone into this puzzle, like I should have just quitted at the other one. So if I go rook to f6 with the intention of taking the knight, although if I take the knight, he takes with the pawn, then it's mate. But if he takes back with the other knight, then the position might not be so good. In fact, I think it's pretty bad actually, so. If he takes, and I take the pawn, he takes back with the king, give him a check. My king isn't actually in a pleasant situation, I should say. Although now looking at it, I wonder if it is just, if he takes here, no good moves, no, like, really good moves. I'm just gonna go with this. Yeah, it's just raw. That was a 2900 rated puzzle. That is really quite challenging in my opinion. But we didn't put too much effort into this. It was pretty hard in my opinion, so I guess that'll be it for today. I hope you liked, and I'll see you all in my next video. Goodbye.